Opinion by Geeta Ravichandran, who's a former bureaucrat and author most recently of The Spell of the Rain Tree. To believe or not, fighting disinformation. So, what she says is here, to believe or not to believe, that is a quest. That is a question confronting most of us in these times of information inundation. As news and opinions are constantly streamed across digital platforms, information is morphed into misinformation and disinformation. Disinformation is inaccurate or false information, but when weaponized with intent, it becomes disinformation. So, malinformation, which is taken out of context, the motive to malign, is also on the rise. Disinformation, on the other hand, targets group of people with the intent to manipulate and deceive. It can affect situations as diverse as electoral results, armed conflicts, etc. It also distorts the debate surrounding significant issues like climate change and public health. So, of late, it has gained velocity and influence, even carving out alternate realities. So, troll and bot farms pushing particular narratives have hijacked many a public discourse. Rumors and propaganda flourish in times of crisis. However, they have rarely had the kind of traction seen today. There was a time they could be debunked with facts and logic, but with the rise of real time communication, online broadcasting, the use of artificial intelligence, and algorithmic biases, digital media has become an echo chamber where false and misleading information is amplified. In recent memory, we experienced misinformation and disinformation thriving during the pandemic, playing on anxiety. Inauthentic remedies were peddled, and the efficacy of vaccines questioned. The origin of the virus is still a subject of disinformation campaigns involving state players. So, this vulnerability is also seen during times of war. A disinformation war inflicts damage on the minds of people. The deep penetration of such campaigns in war zones ensures that citizens are ready to be fodder for the cannon. So, in democracies across the world, elections are no longer merely ideological fights. Election integrity has become a subject of debate and targeted attacks. The concerned authorities need to guarantee transparency by laying bare the processes and workings of the system. So, for the devil is in the details, and pre-bunking, a strategy to provide factual information before the onslaught of disinformation, could serve as an inoculation against malicious campaigns. So now we see that climate action initiatives, all of this are also extremely susceptible to misinformation and disinformation as economic interests are directly involved. Voices expressing denial of climate change have emerged among the politically powerful. So, this is not merely polarized communities, it has resulted in cutting down of funding for climate positive action. So, many corporates have resorted to greenwashing. This is an area of concern as it deepens economic inequalities and exploitative practices. An example of a considered response is a global initiative for information integrity on climate change, which has been launched by UNESCO and Brazil. A Telangana doctor's recent campaign against the claim of sugary beverages masquerading as oral rehydration supplements showed that how sustained rebuttal can bring about change. So, the pediatrician waged a lonely battle against beverages claiming to be ORS, which is harmful to children suffering diarrhea. This month, the Food Safety and Standards Authority banned the use of ORS in beverage trademarks or branding. Micro targeting of groups based on online behavior helps amplify disinformation. Recognizing this threat, several countries have evolved collaborative models where civil society groups, government, tech, and media companies work together in identifying and debunking disinformation. It is also necessary to appreciate that disinformation exploits cognitive biases. So it cherry picks facts that it reinterprets to promote faith based narratives. Rebuttals rely on a fact based approach and adopt a sober tenor. So, encouraging diverse narratives, fact checking, all that can reduce the spread. Future research may lay bare the underlying networks of disinformation, including the mechanics of echo chambers. Precise metrics may emerge to measure their impact on individuals and society. Till such time, the words of W.B. Yeats will ring loud. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Passivity abets the growth of disinformation.